think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time.
This could go down as the most explosive daytime TV scandal ever. The View isn't just in hot water, it's straight up sinking and fast. And the reason? One woman, Karoline Leavitt. She's young, razor sharp, and completely unshaken by the media elite. A conservative powerhouse who just flipped The View's latest smear attempt into a jaw-dropping $800 million legal disaster. Now, behind the scenes, the show's biggest names, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, are reportedly spiraling into full-blown panic mode. These same women who've spent years taking swings at their political opponents are suddenly the ones scrambling, desperate to contain the chaos. Can you believe it?
These women are completely out of touch with reality, and you're right, ABC should wake up.
And this isn't just a slap on the wrist, it's a financial apocalypse waiting to happen. If this lawsuit doesn't go their way, The View could be wiped off the air for good. And it gets worse. There's buzz that Whoopi, Joy, and Sunny might even face personal financial ruin. The whispers are getting louder. Apparently, behind closed doors, they're practically begging Karoline to back off before it's too late. But will she? Or is this the beginning of The View's total downfall? Something tells me Karoline isn't letting them off the hook that easily. So what exactly did The View say that triggered this legal inferno? And what was Karoline's mic drop response that had their legal team scrambling in full-blown damage control? If it was brutal, you know it sent shockwaves through the entire network.
While we will expose the fake news when they are fake, we will hold them accountable for their lies and smears of President Trump. I can also assure the American people that they are going to be hearing directly from the leader of the free world. And the press likes to hear that too. That's something that has not happened over the past 4 years.
And let's not forget the $800 million question. Is ABC actually considering yanking The View off the air before this spirals into total destruction? Are we witnessing the final act of one of the most controversial talk shows in TV history? According to some whispers, ABC execs have had it with the nonstop scandals, lawsuits, and PR nightmares stacking up. If this legal war takes an even nastier turn, they just might pull the plug. For good. And trust me, what's coming next? It's even uglier than you think. If you thought The View had hit rock bottom, just wait until you hear what's about to explode next. Once again, they zeroed in on Karoline Leavitt. And let's be real, they didn't hold back. They went all in, mocking, belittling, and throwing out reckless accusations like it was sport. They didn't just cross the line, they torched it. This time, though, they might have pushed too far, because the fallout? Nuclear. And it all started with Joy Behar, who, without skipping a beat, smugly brushed it all aside.
They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
According to Joy Behar, Karoline's entire success wasn't because of talent, hard work, or determination. Nope, it was just a favor from Trump. Joy smugly claimed that Karoline didn't actually earn her place, that she wasn't qualified, and that the only reason she got ahead was because Trump thinks she's a 10. Excuse me? Are we seriously reducing an accomplished woman's entire career to nothing more than her looks? This is coming from the same show that never stops preaching about female empowerment, yet here they are, tearing down a young woman and acting like her achievements are only valid if a man approves of her. The hypocrisy is off the charts, but Joy wasn't done stirring the pot, and she wasn't alone. Whoopi Goldberg wasted zero time jumping in, doubling down on the attack, but she took it even further. Instead of just dismissing Karoline's hard work, she flat out claimed that without wokeness, Karoline wouldn't even have a job. Are you kidding me? So now intelligence, ambition, and hard work mean nothing unless you play by their rules? The irony is unbearable. The same show that acts like it's all about breaking barriers is suddenly the gatekeeper of success, judging who deserves a career based purely on politics. And of course, Sunny Hostin couldn't resist taking her own shot, but she didn't go after Karoline's looks or her so-called wokeness. Oh no, she went straight for the jugular, completely dismissing Karoline's entire career. According to Sunny Hostin, Karoline's success wasn't earned or deserved. It was just privilege. Yep, you heard that right. In her eyes, if a conservative woman fights her way to the top, it's not because she worked her tail off. It's not because she battled through an industry that does everything it can to silence voices that don't fall in line with the liberal agenda. Nope. According to The View, Karoline's success was just handed to her on a silver platter. Oh boy, you could practically feel the outrage erupting in real time. And let's just say, the backlash came hard and fast. Fans wasted zero time calling out The View for their shameless hypocrisy. Because let's be honest, how many times has this show preached about empowering women? How many times have they screamed about smashing the patriarchy, breaking glass ceilings, and celebrating female success?
You know, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Yet the second a woman steps up who doesn't fit into their political bubble, suddenly all that women supporting women talk vanishes. One viral comment hit the nail on the head. The View says they support women. Unless they're conservative, then it's open season. And just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier, Karoline fired back. And trust me, nobody saw it coming. Instead of brushing it off or running to the media to play the victim, Karoline Leavitt came out swinging, hard. She didn't just clap back, she lawyered up. She went straight for the jugular, hitting The View where it hurts most, right in their wallet. And let me tell you, they were not ready for what came next. Karoline didn't waste her time in a petty Twitter feud or engage in back-and-forth media jabs. Oh no, she went straight for real action, the kind that shakes an entire industry to its core. Instead of just calling them out, she dropped a legal bombshell, slapping The View with a massive $800 million lawsuit that has everyone in full-blown panic mode. And this isn't just any lawsuit. Oh no, this is a declaration of war. Karoline's legal team is coming for The View with defamation, slander, and malicious attack claims, accusing them of deliberately trying to destroy her career, reputation, and future. And she's not just looking for an apology or a quick settlement, she's out for justice. She's taking this fight all the way. And trust me, The View was not prepared for this kind of heat. Now, reports are pouring in that The View's legal team is in total chaos. And why? Because this lawsuit isn't just about Karoline anymore. It's exposing the entire mainstream media machine. Karoline's lawsuit doesn't just accuse The View of smearing her, she's exposing an entire pattern, a long-standing agenda of the show attacking, silencing, and outright destroying conservative voices. And she's not just making claims, she's bringing years' worth of receipts into the light. And let me tell you, it's not pretty. Here's the part that should have them absolutely sweating bullets.
You would think, ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories about assassination attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I mean, I gotta ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that.
This lawsuit could be the one that finally takes them down for good. But it's not just The View that's in full-blown panic mode. ABC is livid. Insiders say network executives never saw this coming, and now they're freaking out. The last thing they wanted was a legal nightmare this massive, especially one that could send advertisers running for the hills. And trust me, they are. Corporate sponsors are already raising alarms, questioning whether they really want their brands tied to a show that could end up owing nearly $1 billion in damages. ABC is scrambling behind the scenes, desperately trying to contain the damage, doing everything they can to keep advertisers from pulling out. But at this point, it might already be too late. And now, here's where it gets really embarrassing. Behind closed doors, the same loud-mouthed hosts who mocked Karoline on national TV are now practically begging her to settle the case quietly. Yeah, you heard that right. Joy Behar, the same woman who laughed at Karoline's success, the same woman who smugly dismissed her, is now scrambling to save herself. Suddenly, Joy Behar isn't so confident anymore, and Whoopi Goldberg? Oh, she's feeling the heat too. Sources say Whoopi has even reached out through mutual contacts, trying to set up a private sit-down to, get this, clear the air. Clear the air? After months of mocking, dismissing, and tearing Karoline apart, now she wants to talk? Yeah, right. Karoline isn't just calling out their hypocrisy, she's making them squirm. And at this rate, The View might not survive this one. And then there's Sunny Hostin. Oh, she's really feeling the pressure now. Insiders say her legal team is in total meltdown mode because experts are warning that she could be personally on the hook for millions in damages. That's right. This lawsuit isn't just a massive problem for The View. Sunny herself might have to dig into her own bank account if things go south. And let's just say, she's not looking so smug anymore. The same woman who never hesitated to take cheap shots at conservatives is now staring down the very real possibility of losing big. And suddenly, the stakes have never been higher. Oh, how the tables have turned. The once untouchable, self-righteous hosts of The View, the same women who built their careers on mocking, smearing, and tearing down their political opponents, are now scrambling to make this all go away. The very same people who demanded accountability when it suited them, who laughed at their critics, who acted like they were invincible, are now panicking behind the scenes. They're praying this doesn't completely destroy them. But here's the thing, Karoline isn't backing down. She knows this isn't just about her. This is about holding the media accountable for years of lies, smears, and reckless attacks. It's about exposing how mainstream outlets crush anyone who doesn't fall in line with their ideology, how they push false narratives without consequence, how they've ruined reputations and destroyed careers, all without ever being held responsible. Not this time, not with this lawsuit. Karoline isn't just fighting for herself. She's fighting for every conservative voice that's been silenced, slandered, and smeared by the media elites. And her supporters, they're loving every second of it. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. Karoline Leavitt is doing what everyone wishes they could, making The View pay for their lies.
I hope that the media will focus on the issues that matter to the American people, the issues that led them to vote in a resounding way for President Trump on November the 5th. That's what President Trump is focused on more so than ever. We have an array of executive action that will be rolled out on day one to change the lives of the American people immediately.
Because this isn't just another scandal. This isn't some bad PR moment that The View can sweep under the rug. This is a reckoning, and just when you thought it couldn't get worse for The View, it does. ABC is now in full-blown crisis mode. Executives are freaking out over just how ugly this lawsuit could get, and the reason is crystal clear. This isn't just about legal fees or a PR nightmare. This could financially cripple the entire network. ABC is already bleeding money from plummeting ratings, and now, one of its most controversial yet high-profile shows is morphing into a legal disaster that could cost them hundreds of millions. And the worst part, big-name sponsors are getting cold feet. Sources close to ABC say that several major advertisers, the same companies that keep The View on air, are now seriously considering pulling their ads altogether. And if that happens, it's game over. No sponsors, no money, no show. The View has always been a lightning rod for controversy, but this lawsuit, it might be too massive to bounce back from. Let's be real, The View has been skating on thin ice for years. Between Whoopi Goldberg's past suspensions, Joy Behar's never-ending drama, and the show's credibility completely nosediving, ABC has already been questioning whether keeping it on air is even worth it anymore. Ratings are tanking, viewers are fed up with the same tired outrage, and the only thing still keeping The View afloat? Ad revenue. But if advertisers start bailing, ABC won't hesitate to pull the plug. And this might just be the final nail in the coffin. Because let's face it, if The View's own hosts are now begging behind the scenes for this lawsuit to just go away, that tells you everything you need to know. They know they messed up, and they know they're in deep trouble. And for the first time in a long time, they can't control the narrative. The way things are looking, The View might not survive this one. The show is in shambles, the network is in chaos, and Karoline Leavitt, she's coming out on top. What started as just another smear campaign by The View has spiraled into a full-blown disaster, one that could bring the entire show to its knees. Their legal team is in full-blown panic mode, scrambling to contain the damage and desperately searching for a way to make this massive lawsuit disappear before it completely wrecks their credibility and their wallets. Meanwhile, ABC executives are racing against the clock, trying everything to stop the fallout before advertisers jump ship. But let's be honest, it might already be too late. Major sponsors are watching closely. Some are already considering pulling their ads because, let's be real, no brand wants to be tied to a show that could be staring down a $1 billion loss in court. And the same hosts who mocked Karoline on live TV, now, they're quietly begging behind the scenes, hoping for a private settlement to make it all disappear. But Karoline, she's not playing their game, she's not backing down, she's not letting them walk away unscathed. For the first time ever, The View is facing real consequences. And their worst nightmare, it's playing out right in front of them. And this isn't just about one lawsuit. This is about holding the media accountable for years of reckless attacks, slander, and one-sided narratives. It's about exposing how mainstream platforms have destroyed reputations with zero consequences, how they've freely smeared, misled, and silenced voices they don't agree with, all while hiding behind their massive corporate safety net. But now, that safety net is falling apart, and Karoline Leavitt is making sure they finally pay the price. But now, it's your turn. Do you think Karoline is right to keep fighting this case? Should The View be held accountable for their reckless, unapologetic attacks? And most importantly, is this the moment that finally brings the show crashing down for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get this conversation started, because this fight could change everything. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more breaking updates, exclusive drama, and the latest scandals. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. This story, it's far from over. Things are just heating up. And believe me, you'll want to stay tuned. See you in the next one.